up front, buying that time. Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Now Wentz on third down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Quan Alexander in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. Here's Tom Hackett now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. This is away, and it's a high kick. Hit pretty well. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Second down, Winston. That's complete, middle of the field to Humphries. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. See if they stay on the ground for second down. One receiver to the left is Evans. Now a second down throw for Winston. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Evans comes in motion right. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Oh, man. 4th down and 1, and you're on your own side of midfield. That takes a little bit of courage to pull off. But they went ahead and snapped it, and it'll work out for them as they get the first down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Slot man moves right. Jameis now on first down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Jameis to throw it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Halfback sent in motion. Third and long for Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at the 20. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Man open left side is Brown. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Second down now after the pass completion. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20.
This is tough as a defender because it was well blocked, but someone has to find a way to make a play. Otherwise, you're doing exactly what the defense is doing now, watching the offense celebrate a long game.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football. They
come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet. I
agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking it.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Four yards remaining now on 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll blow that. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He'll field this at the 5. A great return there of 22 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw. All kinds of time. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Bucs, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, despite the loss here, they're going to wind up with a very good 11-5 overall mark. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.